everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is India, CEO of Page Shredding Products, a small batch candle company located here in Locust Grove, Georgia. And today we are going to talk about what products you should and should not buy off Amazon to start your candle company. Hi everybody, so before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and don't forget to hit that bell notification button so you always know when I'm releasing a new video. Like I said, my name is India and today I want to talk to you guys about supplies. Specifically supplies you can get off at Amazon, because even with Amazon, all of Amazon's faults, sometimes it is the most accessible place to get things depending on where you live, and it can also be the quickest place and sometimes the most affordable place to get things as well. So just things to think about when it comes to Amazon. So to start off, let's start off with actual supplies for making candles. Okay? So let's start off with the big stuff. Pour pitchers. Pour pitchers are great to get off of Amazon because it doesn't really matter about the quality. Just type in candle pour pitchers and they'll pull up in this size and also this size. This is a 4-pound pour pitcher and this is a 1-pound pour pitcher. Okay, so you can get these in either size. They claim it's 1 pound, but like I fit like a lot of wax in here, more than a pound of wax in here. So I don't know, and I definitely fit more than 4 pounds of wax in here before. Actually, I never go above 60 because that's how well, like 60 ounces, because that's how well I can pour. Is that 4 pounds? 4 times 6, 24. Almost. That's only like up to here. Anyway, on a tangent. So those are two things you can definitely get off of Amazon that are affordable. And of course, if you have Amazon Prime, that is free 2-day shipping. And when it comes to buying candle supplies, free shipping is always the bomb.com. The bomb, because you'll learn when you're making your candles that shipping will make everything so much more expensive, and you'll be sitting there like, do I really need these? Blech. I don't know. Anyway, so pour pitchers. Next up, wick clips. You can get these in packs of 25, packs of 50. They are incredibly cheap. I like to use these for my bigger jars, my 8-ounce jars. I like to use these for. You can also use them in bigger jars than like a 16-ounce. Like these 16-ounce salsa jars, I like to put them in tube that hold 2 wicks. That's what these are for. They're 2-wick spacer holders, if you didn't know. And then the little grooves line up on your jars, so that way they stay in place. These are not my absolute favorite because they don't, if you don't pull the wick just right, because I use these on my smaller jars, if you don't pull the wick just right, they slide because they don't have like a groove in them. But I only use them on my really small jars. So not my favorite though. But you can get those, really cheap, for 25, 50, 100, however many you need. I'll also have all of this linked down below in the description box. They are affiliate links. They don't change the price for you. I'm sorry, but they do help to keep this channel running for me. So just things to think about. Thanks. Next up, we're still making the candles. Ooh, spatulas. This is my most favorite thing ever. This spatula. I also have a smaller one. I think it's over on the back wall. I also have a smaller one. It is a 1-piece silicone spatula. 1 piece means that no wax is going to get inside of the spatula. If it heats up or gets cleaned way too often, it's not going to fall apart in your pitcher. Silicone means it is easy to clean. Easy to clean. And also it won't get too hot when you're dealing with hot waxes, and it won't melt. So this right here, I know I'm like waving it in your face, I'm sorry. So this is super important. These were not cheap though. Like, I remember looking at the price. I don't remember how much it costs right now. But these were not cheap for some reason. But I only bought 1 set of it. It was a big spatula and a small spatula. And I only bought 1 set, but I really need to buy another pair. But literally love this. It cleans so easily. A little bit of rubbing alcohol spray while it's still warm on there. Wipe it down. And you're good. And like the fragrance doesn't stick to it or anything. So this right here. I know. Who could love a spatula so much? Ooh, hot glue gun. So, actually, before I do that, before I moved to hot glue guns, I used wick stickers. I really enjoyed wick stickers. If I needed to, I would still use them, which is why I've held on to them. When I was doing something with wooden wicks, got a hot glue gun, because I didn't like wick stickers on the bottom of that. But wick stickers also, this is a pack of 200, super cheap, like $6 or something. And I actually like these a lot. I got some from Flaming Candle one time, and those more often than not kept coming up when I was pouring candles, which was really annoying. But these, the ones I got from Amazon, have not done that before, so I don't know. Next, hot glue gun. I got this one. Sorry, I got hot. It's cold. I got this one off of Amazon. I have this one in a smaller one. I really like this one because it is a dual temp hot glue gun. Trying not to pull. It is a dual temp hot glue gun. So it's low temp and like extra high temp. I do just fine on the low temp setting, but the extra high temp is also, it's really hot. I burned my finger on it twice, so don't do that. But I really like it. I like it a lot. I like how I do have both settings. So that way when I was doing like the wooden wicks, things are just a little bit heavier. I put it on the hot setting. And then also hot glue sticks. Make sure you do get the high temp hot glue sticks. I have the ones that this one came with. It came with some glue sticks that are really long and really thick. And then I also have these Gorilla Glue sticks. And so you want to check when you're doing hot glue gun stuff that they are good for hot things, like, because candles get hot and they melt and the glass gets hot. So you should not burn a candle past 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch of wax left in your candle, but the glass also gets hot while it's heating. And so you want to make sure that your glue sticks are good for high temperatures, so that way it doesn't come apart and your wick doesn't float away and potentially either cause a fire or initiate a fire in someone's home. So that is definitely something to think about when you're using hot glue guns as well. Next up, something that seems really silly but is really helpful, especially if you're starting off in your home or on your dining room table like I was. I started on my dining room table. Now I have a dedicated room in my bedroom in my house. Are these like hot mats? Yeah, everything's purple, guys. Don't judge me. Are these hot mats? They're silicone as well, non-slip, non-skid. I've got 2 of them. And so if I'm working with 2 different scents, I've got multiple pour pitchers, but if I'm working with at least 2 different scents at the time, that's about how many I work at one time. I can put these down so that way the heat from my pour pitcher and the mess that didn't get on my table, my dining room table, and also now on the table surface that I'm working on now. So just something to think about. It's not a necessity, but it might save your dining room table if you're starting off in your house. Some other things for the actual making of candles. Those are the biggest things that I would get from Amazon. Ooh. See? A scale. You need a scale. Okay? You cannot make candles without a scale. Period. Okay? Make sure that scale has good reviews. Now, I've had this scale since I was in college. It is great. It's an Escali scale. Escali. I don't know. I'll tag it below. It's great. It's fantastic. It's touchscreen. Like it doesn't have like the physical click buttons. I know, scientific terms, guys. But it works fantastic. Never had a problem with it. I got a second scale at Target. It did not work. Like, it worked for like a day and then everything was off, and I could tell it was off because I would like weigh a package for shipping. That's the only reason I bought it, was to have a second scale for shipping. And I would weigh a package for shipping and know approximately how much it should weigh, and it was just always off. Just always off. So that was trash. And it was like one of the more expensive scales from Target too. No. So, but this is just a food scale. It's not a postage scale. It's just a kitchen food scale. I forget how heavy it goes up to, but I'll link it down below. And then recently I got a second scale from Amazon that I'm starting to use for soaps, and it has clicky buttons, which I really like, having the physical buttons versus trying to kind of like tap and smooth across here. So I definitely recommend the clicky buttons. And that one goes up to, I forget. And I have a total of 3 scales. Oh yes, that one's downstairs. And then I've got a actual postage scale. It still wasn't expensive, but we'll talk about that when we get to postage. Yeah. I did not get these from Amazon, but you can find them at Amazon, probably. But these are from Michaels. They are actually floral stem cutters for like wire plants. And they just make really clean cuts, and you see they're tapered at the end, so they're able to get into a jar really easily, especially the small ones. And because they're meant for wire, it's definitely really strong for cotton wicks. But you can probably find a pair. I'll see if I can find a pair on Amazon instead of going to Michaels. If you do go to Michaels, make sure you have a coupon. Michaels upcharges everything, like everything, so make sure you have a coupon. If you know teachers, you always get a discount if you have your teacher ID. Military, I think, is Wednesdays. I used to work there. Military, I think, is Wednesdays. Teachers is every day with their teacher ID. And if you have a 40% off, you can pair it with your teacher ID. So don't say that you can't, okay? Don't make them say that. Don't be like, oh, just try it out for me. Just try it out for me. Same thing with 20% off of everything. 20% off of everything. You can use one 40% off coupon, I want to say. So if you have multiple coupons, just try it out. Just be like, just try it out for me. Scan them all. See what happens. Michaels always takes off the best discount. So if you have multiple coupons, try them out. Just a little side check. Okay. So next thing I would buy from Amazon, random but silicone molds. I need to clean mine because I was just making yellow some of my Abby wax melts. But silicone molds you can buy off of Amazon. These are great. They're really great, and you can have really cute wax melts. Silicone molds. You can buy them in a plethora of things. Just type in silicone molds. They might be for candy or cake decorating. They might not come up as for candles or soaps, but they are meant for hot chocolatiering, so you can definitely use them for candles. Okay, it's warm enough. Speaking of melts, you can buy clamshells. They're right here. Clamshells, a good 100-pack off of Amazon, or you can buy them from your local candle supplier. But you can buy these off of Amazon too. Okay, so that's for candle making. For what's it called? For shipping. Shipping is a big thing when it comes to candles. It's expensive because candles are heavy. Okay, candles are heavy. Shipping is expensive. It's not cheap. But one thing you can definitely do, bubble mailers. Bubble mailers like this one I need to send out to somebody, but a bubble mailer. I put wax melts in here if they just buy wax melts. And this one I've got a tea light sample pack that someone ordered. So small things like this, things that don't need boxes, these are really great. If you're looking for something, you can always get the USPS envelopes that are free, that are flat rate though. So make sure if you are sending something in there, that you can't find a cheaper alternative. Does that make sense? So like, I think a flat rate envelope, I think is $8, something like that. So if you have like 2 or 3 candles in there, make sure that those candles, if you send them in like a normal box, that would be the cheapest option, if that makes sense. Boxes, another pack I need to send out. Boxes. You can definitely get boxes off of Amazon. Okay, the reason I like getting boxes off of Amazon, even though I will probably switch to Uline or something, or Eco Enclosed or something like that, something that I can get in higher quantity, is because now I know what size box I want. You know, the best part about Amazon is you get them in 2 days, or this, whoever does the boxes from this company, it takes 2 days to a week to get them. But the best part about Amazon is you can always return things. And so it took me a bit. It took me, especially for my smaller boxes when I just need to ship 1 candle or 2, when I was doing 4-ounce candles, or 2 4-ounce candles, there, or 2 4-ounce candles. I needed a small box. Like, what am I doing sending a small candle in a big box, right? So finding out what size box that was, though, was trial and error. You know, I'm trying to use Amazon boxes I have at home and measuring and doing all that kind of stuff. But the best part was that I was able to return boxes that didn't fit things. So that is very helpful. You can return them, get your money back, or use it to, you know, get a new size box. So, and then once you figured out that size box, get yourself a pack of 50 to get you going. And then after that, you can go to bulk shipping from somewhere else. But at least now you have a box size that you know works for you. Okay, the sticker is not from Amazon. This is my logo, and then I got the stickers from Online Labels, and then this is tape I designed, shipping tape I designed, and then got from Sticker Mule, just in case anybody was wondering. Speaking of shipping labels, I did get a shipping label maker. I did not start out with a shipping label maker. When I started off just by printing them off on printer paper or sticker paper that I had laying around from Online Labels, and just cutting them out and putting them on there. As I started growing and getting more orders, then I got a label maker. You do not have to have a label maker to start your business. Like, you don't. No one's looking at the quality of it. No one cares. They just want to know that it gets in your package from A to B and can be scanned at the post office. Okay? The only reason I got the label maker is because I was getting more orders. It prints out so fast and it's less paper. And so I ended up with a Rollo label maker. It's really fast. It doesn't use ink. That was the other reason I got one, because it doesn't use ink. It just is a thermal printer. And then when I'm done with these shipping labels, I'm going to switch to ones from Eco Enclosed, which are biodegradable. So that is my plan. So you guys got to buy more candles so I can finish off these labels, because I got a second box, a big box, because their labels are very affordable once you have them, and it doesn't use the ink. So that is the best part. But if you have a printer already and you're printing from home and you're not getting that many, there's no point in spending $200, $300 on a label maker to do it. I know some people use the Dymo 4XL. I was looking at that too. I went with the Rollo because you can use other size paper other than the 4x6 paper. You can use smaller labels for things like CPU codes and barcodes if you need them in there as well. So that's the reason I went with the Rollos, because you could change the paper size in it, and I'm not sure you can do that with the Dymo. I feel like that's what I learned during my research, but that is what I learned. The last thing that you could possibly get from Amazon, I did not, would be jars, containers, or vessels, whichever word you want to use. Jars, containers, or vessels. Those are going to be the last thing that you could possibly get off of, not the last thing you could possibly get. But the only reason I don't is because I prefer to get my stuff from a candle supplier, because then the things are in bulk prices, which brings down the cost so much more than buying them on Amazon. And then also with Amazon, you never know when something's just going to be gone and gone for good. So if you do buy something off of Amazon and like that, and like a container or a jar you really like, I would mark down or write down the supplier who supplied it to Amazon, because then you might be able to go directly to them later on if you really like those jars. So just something to think about. Oh, actually not last thing. And then fragrance oil. So not all oils on the internet are created the same, okay? Not all oils are meant to be in candles. And then on top of that, not all oils are meant to be burned, okay? Some oils you can use in wax melt or wickless candles because they're not burned, like with an actual flame around them. And some oils you can't, okay? So when I first started, I was really anxious and I really wanted to get going. So I got fragrance oil off of Amazon, and I got mine from P&J Trading. Now, P&J Trading is actually a company that does do candle oils, okay? They do candle fragrance oil. So this is an option on Amazon. It is not cheap. It is not cheap for this 100 ml bottle, which is probably about 8 ounces, maybe a little less. But it is not cheap. It is better to go just directly through a fragrance supplier. Of course, fragrance oil is always going to be your highest cost of the candle. Fragrance oil is not cheap. It is the most expensive part of candle making and the most fun part of candle making. Things I wouldn't buy off of Amazon. I wouldn't buy wicks off of Amazon because wicks are complicated, and Amazon, you don't know the quality of wicks you're getting, and also you need to know what type of wick it is, so just in case once again they disappear, you can get them from somewhere else. That is going to be the most important thing. Can you get them from a candle supplier or somewhere that offers wholesale? Okay? And wicks, they just come in an array of sizes and an array of types. They come in an array of coatings and all things that affect the burn of your candles. You'll spend a lot of time and effort and a lot of curse words and a lot of crying figuring out which wicks you like the best in your candles. And so I feel like for this, it's just best to go ahead to go to a candle supplier and do it that way. Okay? Save yourself the trouble. Do it that way. Got it? Got it. Wax. I know some people, if you follow candle groups, get wax off of Amazon. Personally, I don't. I did buy wax when I was just beginning. When I wanted to pour a couple of candles and I wanted to see, do I like this process? Do I like taking temperatures, measuring, waiting for cool, waiting for cure, all that kind of stuff? Do I like it? So then I bought wax off of that. But I had no idea what kind of wax it was. Like, literally had no idea what kind of wax it was. I had to dig and dig and dig to figure out I was dealing with soy wax and 444. Because there are different types of waxes out there, okay? So, once again, you can get wax off of Amazon. I don't recommend it because you also don't know what kind of quality control you have for that wax, and you don't know, sometimes you don't even know what kind of wax it is, and sometimes you really do need to know, is it a wax for pillars? That's a completely different wax for burning for container candles. Is it a wax for tarts or molds? That is a completely different wax than pillars than is for container candles. So those are those types of things that you definitely need to know when you are starting out. So I would just go ahead and get those from a candle supply company. Hold on, I have notes to make sure I hit everything I wanted to talk about today. So some things I did not buy off of Amazon that you could definitely find off of Amazon. A thermometer. I personally recommend the infrared thermometer. This is a Ryobi. I got it at Home Depot or something. I recommend the infrared thermometer. It's great. Because a lot of people don't use a thermometer correctly. If you haven't taken enough science classes in your life like I have. Because if you are using a candy thermometer or a food thermometer, you don't want the thermometer to touch the sides of your jar, the bottom of your container. You only want it to touch the wax, okay? And then it's all the way over there, taking up the cords, is a heat gun. You definitely need a heat gun if you're doing candles. Like, you're not going to get a perfect cool down every single time. You're not going to get a perfect pour every single time, and that's okay. But that's what we have a heat gun for, to make it beautiful each and every time. Okay? So definitely get one off of Amazon. The one I have, I once again got at Home Depot or something. And it has multi-heat levels, and I really like it. And then they have smaller ones that I've used for shrink wrapping packages. That I haven't used for candles. I've only used my multi-heat one because I can make it cooler, I can make the fan hotter, and all that kind of stuff. So that's a personal preference as long as it heats. You don't want a hairdryer because the hairdryer sometimes is a little bit too forceful with the actual air, and then your wax is splattering everywhere. Versus a heat gun is mostly heat with some air behind it, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, the only thing I haven't tried off of Amazon is candle dye, to dye things. I do get those straight from a supplier, from my candle supplier, so that way I know it's for candles and it will burn just fine. But anyway, guys, I hope this helps. Let me know if you guys have found any awesome, cool, helpful things off of Amazon down below. I really want to know what you guys think. What did you guys think of this video? Let me know down below in the comment section. I cannot wait to talk to you guys. But don't forget to, you know what I forgot to mention during the what to buy off Amazon? Foam wrap or bubble wrap, something that protects your candles during shipping. If you do order supplies from a candle supplier, you can, most of the time they come with packing peanuts. Save all those packing peanuts. It's been a long time since I've purchased packing peanuts. But sometimes I do, especially if they go on sale at Staples or Michael's. I'll purchase packing peanuts because you can get like a big bag. Like buy one, get one free. Sales on Staples or Office Depot, not Michael's. Something like that. So just wanted to slide that. Let me slide that in there, and I'm going to slide on back out. Keep enjoying the video. Okay, bye! Follow me on all the social media. Check out my shop. Sign up for the newsletter. You do get a coupon code just for signing up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell notification button so you never miss anything. Don't forget to hit that like button. And until next time, keep the spark.